What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. It's going to be a little loud because of the air. I apologize in advance. I want to talk about something really quick. I think I've talked about this a few times recently. I'm not sure if it was like the same context or not, but being happy. Isn't that like what we all want? To be happy. Now, what does that mean? Physique-wise, health-wise. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you to be able to achieve the level of happiness that you're trying to achieve or obtain? And I think it's important that we focus on today, not the past. Sometimes we have these points in our life where we're driven to achieve certain things, and that's okay. I started this journey originally on like weight loss, and then switch to, hey, I need to build some muscle, and then switch to, oh my gosh, this running thing. And then now I have landed upon, a couple years ago, powerlifting. Diet's not as important as long as you're getting enough food and stuff like that. But what I noticed is a lot of people pay attention to the goals that they want to achieve, if that makes sense. So if they see me as this huge dude and then this smaller dude, they want to say that that's amazing. Oh my gosh, you gained a bunch of weight back. It's not even that I gained weight back. It's just like, that's not my focus right now. The funny thing is, I have more knowledge today about everything. If I wanted to drop weight today, that's what I would do. It is a tear between two things. Of course I want to be leaner. Of course I want to be 50 pounds lighter. But what I really want is to be able to achieve taking records. And it's funny because I've lost weight. I'm not worried about that. Like, I know the process of it. And through research and everything, I know a hell of a lot more than I did yesterday as I do today. So I know 10 times more how to do it in a really good way. So I know I'm blabbing a lot, but what I'm trying to say is it's okay to chase other goals. Okay? It's kind of like this, okay? Think of it like this. Say you're in a career path and you're in healthcare, and something happens and you're like, oh my gosh, healthcare is not for me. Or this does not matter to me anymore in life. And then all of a sudden you want to become a school teacher. And then you're like, I want to become a principal. And people look at you like, wow, you were a healthcare administrator. You made so much more money. You did so well for yourself. And now you just want to be a principal. You've really let yourself go. Doesn't that sound stupid? It does. But that's what it is. Like, I need chapstick. My freaking lips hurt so bad. That's what it is, and it can be like that. Like, I know it sounds silly when I'm saying it, at least to me. Maybe you've heard a scenario like that, and I know I have. But what I'm saying is, if powerlifting is more rewarding than weight loss to me at the time, then that's okay. If building muscle is more rewarding to you at a certain time than powerlifting is, or than losing weight, or Maybe weight loss is more important to you than lifting weights or anything like that. And obviously I would go against that, and I would make sure you always exercise. You don't have to lift heavy weights, but relatively heavy to make sure you sustain muscle so that you can eat more calories. But the gist is, it's where you're happy today. Now, I'll be honest, like a few days ago, and I don't even want to share this because I'm trying to keep this to myself and just buckle down on it and stuff like that. I woke up the other day and I was 326. And I realized this is ridiculous. So I had a deload week this week. What that means is I lift lighter for 1 week. So by doing that, I had an opportunity, if I so choose, to maybe eat a little less. So this week, I have done no cardio. I'm not even gonna lie with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have done literally no fucking cardio this week. I did hike last weekend, and then it was actually quite miserable. My back was bothering me, and I would assume it's because my weight jumped up really quick, and my body was not ready for that. So let me back up real quick. Sorry. So my body wasn't ready for that, and then at being 326, I realized that wasn't a super comfortable weight for me. And two reasons I realized it. I did regular deadlifts one day because my back was bothering me, and I haven't done them for a really long time. Long time meaning like 3 months, right? Because in the off season of powerlifting, you give your back a break and you lift close to the variations of powerlifting, but you don't, and you change your reps and you do more muscle building. Oh, that's a good idea. Actually, I'm gonna go do my body fat test right now. I'm curious. It should be, well, I don't know if it'll be down from last time, but I'm curious about the muscle. I've been really grinding on everything, and I'm kind of curious. At 326, I was having a hard time getting down to get something off the floor, and the hiking thing sucked, and getting my squat shoes on, I could barely get to my foot. But then the clicker was I couldn't get to the deadlift bar comfortably. It was really uncomfortable, like pain wise. And usually as a power lifter, you usually get as big as you can within like your weight class while still being able to have good leverages on the deadlift. Well, I realized the other day that my leverages were no longer any good on the deadlift. So I meal prepped, and I just meal prepped like a couple meals, like some turkey meatballs and a smoothie, like a vegan protein smoothie, which was weird, but it actually wasn't that bad. So I did that for a few days, and then once I started doing that gave me like momentum, I guess you could say, just like 2 meals a day. And the turkey was so filling. I was like really surprised. And I ran out of most of that food, and I don't have, and this isn't an excuse, I'm just explaining it. I don't have money right now for food. I have like money for a gallon of water that I'm gonna get. And the last few days I've been just like eating like 5 eggs with some salsa and cheese in the morning, and then midday I'll just kind of grab some more protein stuff, and then at night I'm kind of just more flexible. But through doing that, I have successfully not been eating like an asshole. So, I'm not eating until I can't move. I'm just kind of mindfully being like, what does this look like? Leaving my larger portion of the calories for before I go to bed, because for some reason I like to go to bed full, and eating kind of smaller during the day and stuff, and letting myself actually get hungry, which is interesting. So when I get actually hungry, I give it another hour or so, maybe 2 hours, and I just sit with that feeling, and I drink some water, and I chill, and I think, this is what it is, and I think about it for a while and stuff. So through that process, I have lost 8-9 pounds, which is pretty cool. Maybe it's not a lot because I'm a bigger guy, but I'll tell you what, it really feels good. And it feels good not because why maybe you're thinking, not because I'm losing weight. It's because I'm staying true to the craft of powerlifting. Because if I'm 326 pounds, I'm no longer a 308 weight class. And I have not fully decided if I'm going to go into the weight class where I could potentially take an American record this coming couple months or whatever. I compete in about 60 days. There's a record of 600-pound deadlift at 308 plus. So like right now I'm at 318. I could just go in and take anything over 600 and it would be an all-American record. I don't have any American records, and that's kind of tempting. And maybe I'll go in at I really want to compete, honestly. And I don't know if that's going to be this time or whatever. But if I'm in the 308 weight class, I want to start competing at 299. I don't have a reason to be over 300 pounds. I really don't, And the focus is strength, competitions, and being able to be the best power lifter I can be. If you have a natural ability to do something, and you naturally are drawn to something, don't focus on what you've achieved in the past. Don't worry. I lost 150 pounds. Boom, check. I ran a marathon. Boom, check. I have taken 15 state records. Boom, check. I want to take a lot more. Let's go. You know what I mean? So at the end of everything, from my perspective as a personal trainer, I want to be able to provide a service to people where I can help them in so many different avenues. And eventually, in the back of my mind, I have thought is once I'm done with powerlifting, I will probably do bodybuilding. I don't think I'll ever get on stage. I don't have any need or want to or anything like that, and I don't think I'll necessarily take it to that level. But I will definitely lean out, probably get closer to 220, 250, something like that. But right now, I'm perfectly okay with being the strongest I can be. And I'm not lying to myself. You know what I mean? Of course I would feel amazing at 196 pounds. But was I able to take a 680-pound deadlift at 193 pounds? No. I could maybe lift 300 or 400 pounds at that time. So I'm really happy. And I just wanted to say thank you for the support. It's crazy because I know all this started with Atkins and stuff like that. I don't follow Atkins, and I'm not worried about that. But it's different. It's difficult changing your sport. So for those of you that have supported me through that, I appreciate you. I really do. And of course, everybody looks better leaner. But don't confuse beauty with strength. And I shouldn't have said that because that's one of the t-shirts I want to make. But just remember that. Don't confuse beauty with strength. Be stronger than your excuses, guys. Have a beautiful day. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, go check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for Healthy Life, and Instagram at One Big Impact.